It's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. We're diving into just one of the most sought after gems year after year from your favorite Buffalo Trace distillery that everyone just goes nuts for. It's part of the BTAC collection. Oh, Bourbon Bill, don't. The Buffalo Trace Antique Collection. Big shout out to Eric DeValk. Thank you, sir. He sent us a sample of George T Stagg, Papa Stagg, 2024 at 136.1 proof. Compute. 68.05% alcohol by volume. So she's a spicy gal for 2024. So that's pretty exciting. With an MSRP of $150. Yes, I know. You probably got to pay a lot more than that to get it. But let's think about it's a $150 bottle according to Buffalo Trace. Age on this one was 15 years and 2 months. So I'm not sure if that's the oldest, but that's kind of cool anyway to know that. And I'll tell you what, Eric's just the man. Look, besides sending these bottles, he gave us a little Teflon tape, so if the shower head starts leaking, I got something to repair it with. So thank you, Eric, again. Really appreciate it, sir. Let's get into it just for you. Color, oh, nice and dark, how we like. Just how we like it on this channel. On the nose. Man, does that smell good. Just a lot of that cherry cola note. There's a nice, almost comes off like a maple cherry cola and like oak. So I'm digging that. It does sting the nostrils if you inhale a little too much. You gotta be careful with this high proof stuff. Like stewed fruits, cherry cola, little bit of oak in there. Man, it's just so sad this isn't Stagg Jr. these days. Man, is that wonderful. Beats the pants off any H. Taylor barrel proof I've ever had, because that's just not 15 years old, folks. That's what this is. You know, it's the age that we're bringing to the party more than anything. Down the hatch. Good Lord, that's delicious. Man, now, it's very cherry cola. I get like stewed fruits, plums even on there. Definitely get some barrel char on here. It kind of comes across a little bit like burned creme brulee, burned sugar on the finish. I get some oak, but you know what? It's not, I don't think it's oak forward, if you get what I'm saying. It's not like Knob Creek 18. It's not even like Elijah Craig 18 right here. Those are very heavy oak, right, with other flavors mixed in. This is not heavy oak for being 15 years old. So I think that's something to be said. If you want heavy oak, if you've never tried one of these, this isn't it. Okay, this is on the sweeter side for sure. Very oily, thick on the mouth feel, excellent flavor delivery. Despite being 136 proof, it didn't blow me away on the palate. Oh, it's too spicy. No, I think the flavor delivery's there. So, Bourbon Bill's rating A++. If you can find this, I'd say if you find this for $200 hairs or less, if you find this for $250 hairs or less, I think it's an absolute buy. It's that tier of bourbon. Now you're gonna say, Bourbon Bill, that's stupid. These go for $500-$600, whatever. Fine. I don't pay that kind of money for anything. For anything. So there you go. My only critique is that how do they manage to take something that's 15 years old and just, where's the wall of well-aged oak? Now, there's oak here, don't get me wrong, but it's not a star of the show. It's just a side character. Alright, now, Bourbon Bill, what are you going to compare it to? We know you got oaky sons of bitch bourbons, but I thought, nothing better to compare this to than another 15-year-old bourbon released in 2024. Dun dun dun. Russell's Reserve 15 year. Now, how bad is Wild Turkey screwing you? This MSRP was $250 hairs. $100 doll hairs more than the George T Stagg MSRP wise. I get it. I get it. You know, you're not gonna find these for MSRP, but we just gotta put that out there. Also, believe it or not, Russell's Reserve 15 here, which is a blend of 15 and 16 year, so it's older. Not barrel proof. They proof this down. This is 117.2 compute 58.6% alcohol by volume. Now, I believe Bruce Russell did say that some of these 15, 16-year-old barrels were like 150 proof. They were that hot. So they just proofed them all the way down to 117. All right. Color. I'd say the Russell's 15 is just a touch darker. All right, on the nose of the Russell's Reserve 15. And you know, if you watch my top 10 bourbons of the year, where this place. Now, I didn't include George T Stagg 2024 because I have to get a bottle to include it. And I've never owned a bottle of George T Stagg. I put it every year for the PA lottery, and I just never get lucky. Never get lucky. And I've never felt like ponying up the kind of money that they ask on secondary. It's just me. All right, on the nose with the Russell's Reserve 15. Son of a bitch, there's the oak. This feels 15 years. I mean, this has like a tobacco leather thing on it that, you know, the Stagg gives you the age too. It just doesn't give it to you in like a heavy oak format. This is much more well-aged oak and like Luden's Cherry cough drops. And this one is much more cherry cola, leather, and a little bit of maple. All right, Russell's Reserve 15 down the hatch. Oh, my God. Son of a bitch, that Russell's 15 is so good. Brown sugar, a lot of cherry, a lot of oak, caramels. It's a wild ride, folks. It's a wild ride. Back to the George T Stagg 2024. Well, the jump in proof is now evident on the ballot. But I gotta say, the Russell's 15 is better. It really is. Now, it is double the price. Well, not double. It is $100 hairs more, MSRP wise. But to me, it's a better pour. Now, they're both giving you cherry, but they're both different things. Different things of cherry here, okay? I kind of said it on the nose. George T Stagg is like a rich cherry cola, stewed fruits, a little bit of like tobacco in there, barrel char. Very good stuff. The Russell's 15 though is all like just well seasoned, well aged oak, Luden's cherries, brown sugar, and to me, it just drinks the age that I'm looking for. The George T Stagg drinks old, but it just doesn't have the oak, and I don't know why. I don't understand why they can't incorporate like a heavy oak component to it. I don't know if that's just not the clientele they're going for here, but they should be. If you have a Russell's Reserve 15, okay, and you've already spent a boatload of cash to get one, do you need both? No. Another quick comparison. George T Stagg. This is batch 16, I believe. One of my favorites of all time. How does it compare on the nose? Very similar, but just not as rich. Oh yeah. I mean, it's a step below, and it's the age, you know. George T Stagg Jr. Junior Stagg down the hatch. Ooh, that's got the oak and the cherry though on the palate. That's going to compete pretty well. 2024 GTS. Okay, the GTS is better, but not by a large margin, and that's what's a little scary. Now, the George T Stagg is better than the Stagg Jr., but this batch 16 was like one of my favorites of all time. It was also the year it was rumored to have the George T Stagg they didn't put out that year in it. But I don't know. It's awfully close for being like a third of the price, MSRP wise. What can we say? All right, one final thing. He sent us a little blind sample here. Let's take a guess on that. Thank you, Eric, for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without you because I'd never see that bottle. I've never even seen a George T Stagg on a shelf for a price I didn't want to pay for. But I don't get out much. All right. On the nose of this blind sample, it also smells like something Buffalo Tracy. Like, what am I drinking the same thing? It's like, it's 100% gotta be from Buffalo Trace. Wow. I mean, just the cherry cola, a little bit of apple on this one. A lot of caramel. I'm digging this one a lot. Down the hatch. Oh, that's phenomenal. Oh, man. It's lighter in proof. Golly, that's good, though. That's just as good as the 2024 George T Stagg. But it's lighter proof, but the flavor is just as full. Deal is just as old. Man, it's one of those like single oak projects. Let's see, he did send us a envelope here somewhere. Blind. Still sealed for all those haters. Oh man, I'm just so excited. It's gotta be something from Buffalo Trace. What the hell? Oh man, I feel like an idiot, but I wouldn't have got this right. This is a 2012. 2012. I was like just getting out of college. 2012 Four Roses LE, 55.7%. Compute. 111.4%, something like that. How is that Four Roses? It smells. It's, my God, what were they doing back in 2012? Four Roses LE was killer. It just got this fruit and oak thing. I dig it. Well, I got one thing right. It was lower proof. Thank you, Eric. Really appreciate it, sir. And thank you all of you for watching along. Please comment, like, subscribe, consider joining Patreon. Have a good evening. We'll see you next time.